What's packing? Look, man, we got a lot to talk about today. Aaron Rodgers officially returning back to Green Bay. Davante Adams signs his contract. Davante Adams signs his franchise tag, and apparently the Packers are also working on an extension for one Mr. Ja Money Alexander. Welcome back to another episode of the What's Packing Sports Show. I'm your host, Godchild, the first of his name. And man, what a week it has been for the NFL. I was actually going to try to wait and see if we could get the details of Aaron Rodgers' contract before I made this video, but it seems like that is still in the works. As for what we do know, Aaron Rodgers took to social media on Tuesday after a story broke by, I think it was Ian Rappaport, at around 12 noon East Coast time, that Rodgers was going to sign a 4-year, $200 million deal worth about $153 million of guaranteed money, with roughly $40+ million to be paid out over the lifetime of the contract. Everybody all over Twitter, everywhere, was saying the same thing. And people's initial reaction was to say, my God, that is a ton of money. That is a lot of money. People were posting memes. People were cracking jokes. People were just congratulating him. I mean, there were so many different reactions. Me personally, my first reaction was, no. I didn't want Aaron Rodgers to sign a deal. And I've made it pretty much clear throughout this whole process that I was ready for the Jordan Love era. And I didn't think the Packers needed Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl, nor do I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to win a Super Bowl in Green Bay. I've seen enough over the last 3 years, specifically, to know he ain't the same man from 2010 and 2009, so I just don't see it. But regardless of what I think, the Packers think that he can, and they will bring him back, and they will probably make him the highest paid player in the NFL, and they probably will set a new precedent for guaranteed money and reset the quarterback market. With all that being said, about 2 hours later, Rodgers took to social media in a very rare occasion, a rare appearance, to actually clear up the confusion and to lay to rest all of the speculation. He did come out and he did say that the reports are false. He hasn't signed anything yet, and the numbers that are being thrown around are not accurate. Now, how inaccurate they are remains to be seen. Now, this is a guy who basically spent the last 2 years contemplating retirement, and this is the guy who spent the last 3 years not living up to his current contract expectations. When you get paid all of that money, and when you win MVP after MVP after MVP, and you have the highest passer rating in the history of the league, and you have the lowest interception to touchdown rating in the history of the sport, there are expectations. And right now, Rodgers isn't living up to those expectations. So why would the Packers sign him to another extension, pay him more money, just to really get in return something that does not measure up to that expectation? Now, with all that being said, we still do not know what the final figures are for this Aaron Rodgers contract. Whatever it is, I still don't agree with it, because he's already under contract and he already hasn't lived up to his current contract. But it is a cap-friendly deal to sign him to a massive extension and to spread that money out over 4 years, lowering the cap, allowing them to sign more players and be able to keep this team around. Now, it is still a massive amount of money that they have to pay out, but how much you pay a player over the course of a contract does not necessarily equate to like cap burden. Even if they're paying him $200 million over 4 years, the burden against the cap, or how much actually counts against the cap, could still be less than $15 million a year, which is really what counts. Even though, like I said, it's still a lot of money. And I just don't like the fact they're paying him a lot of money when he hasn't lived up to that. Not in the regular season. In the regular season, he's great. MVPs, all pro, unanimous, whatever. Okay, we get it. But this is title time. I'm saying it before, and I'm going to keep saying the only thing that matters here is winning championships, not winning MVPs, not winning the division, not winning 10-plus games. It's all about winning championships. Now, on to the other news. Davante Adams, soon after this was reported that Rodgers was going to be returning to Green Bay, it was also reported that Davante Adams is going to sign his franchise tag, which will pay him $20.1 million, which is roughly $9,900,000 short of the figure that he wanted or was reported for him to want, $30 million a year. But he's going to be here. And the belief is, with Rodgers restructuring, hopefully next couple of days, they're going to be able to move the money around enough, create enough cap space to now sign Davante to roughly, I would imagine that Davante and Aaron are going to sign extensions with Green Bay, and they're going to be for the same amount of years and probably roughly have a similar structure to, maybe it's not fully, 4 years and it's expected for them to play all 4 years. It'll probably be like 2 years plus 2 voidable years. And then that means that they can both control their destiny and they can both play together somewhere else if they want to. Now, the last piece of information here is Jair Alexander. Even though we have no idea what that contract looks like, we can imagine that it will probably net him somewhere in the top 5 of highest paid cornerbacks in the league. And look, he deserves it. He's a great player. And I expect him to have a bounce back year in 2022 and be able to show that he deserves to be one of the highest paid defenders in the league. He's young, he's physical, he's fast, he's gifted, he's talented, he's tough. He's a dog out there in the field. He's a leader. He's everything you would want in a prototypical cornerback number 1. We still have to see if the Packers can bring back guys like Rasul Douglas, Devondre Campbell. There's rumors that Zadarius Smith is going to be released. Will Preston Smith be able to restructure? Is Mason Crosby going to be coming back? What about Billy Turner? There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of questions still to be answered, and the Packers don't have much time to get it all done because the new league year starts in less than a week? Yeah, less than 7 days the new league year starts, and by then you have to have your entire current roster under the salary cap. I want to know what you guys think about this whole Aaron Rodgers news and Davante Adams now guaranteed, now confirmed that the two of them will be back in Green Bay for at least one more year. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't done so yet, man, sack that subscription button for me, man. I would appreciate it, and it would go a long way to helping grow this channel. Until the next show, go Pack, go. And remember, the Bears still suck. Peace.